stop that right there. And see, cut on my camera. All right. What's up, Alicia Greer? Welcome to the show. Let me know if you can hear me. I see you the first one in the chat, so you can let me know if you hear me, and I could take it from there, and we'll get the show started. Okay, y'all can hear me loud and clear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna skip the intro of this one because I don't know how much time I got with the brother who I'm gonna bring on the show. Some of y'all may remember him because he has been on my show before, and I appreciate him giving me his time tonight to speak on this story. We're gonna get right into it. Matter of fact, let me do my backup recording in case it start messing up real bad. So let me see if I can do that. And it's moving kind of slow. Okay, there we go. Record active scene. All right. Got that going on. Sorry, guys. Y'all remember, for those of you who's in my stream last night, we at the end of my show, I talked about this young man right here, Major Harris. And we had an update why I was doing the show that the guy who had something to do with it, Jaheim Clark, apparently killed himself. But Major has not been found yet, and there's Major mama behind me by the name of Mallery, and this story comes out of Milwaukee. What I'm going to bring to you guys right now, I'm going to bring in my man Von L. Mays, who is down there in Milwaukee, and I bring him up here so he tell me what's going on down there, and let us know what's really going on. Hey, can you hear me, my man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate your time, bro. Appreciate your time. Hold on. Let me put you on solo layout. Let me switch you over here. Let me blow you up real quick. All right, let me go over here and let me move this pitch out the way. Boom, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my man Von L. May. They call him the Malcolm X of Milwaukee down there. But how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm all right. How about yourself, bro?
I'm doing fine, man. Appreciate you return to the show, my man. Appreciate you returning to the show. So I got sent this story a couple of days ago, and again, I briefly spoke about it yesterday, and somebody hit me up and said, hey, your man's Von down there, he on the scene, man. So I said, okay, I know how to get in contact with Von. I hit him up, and maybe he could give us a little light of what's going on. So, first thing first, how you come across the story, and what have you heard so far about it?
So this weekend we actually left last week Thursday. We've been doing disaster relief trips around the country. We did 3 states this year. So this past weekend, Thursday, we left for New Orleans, for Louisiana. And while I was gone down there on the road, we first heard about this story breaking about the young lady being found killed. Initially, there was, I don't think there was any big hoopla around Major initially, but then, of course, the young man killed himself, and then it became an even more dire thing about finding him. And so we actually got back into town Sunday around 11 p.m. or midnight, and we just knew we had to put some action into helping find this child.
Right. Well, let me say this before we're going further, bro. I appreciate you because you remember the first time I brought you on the show, we was talking about this story about Chris something, the guy. I think you was related to some people down there when the guy got out of jail and he killed them people in that duplex or something like that. I had you on the show then. We spoke about that. So, and you had boots on the ground. So I appreciate you for doing what you do. All right. So I got update on a news article that I found that they have found the vehicle now. So
yes.
what did they find in the vehicle? You know, obviously they didn't find him because they're not saying he found. So what did they find in the vehicle, and where was it
Well,
found at?
initially, they did think that the child was found in the vehicle because, of course, like I said, the mother was killed. And so when I sent my team to confirm whether or not the vehicle was found, they did tell me that there were homicide detectives
Okay.
also there. And so people assumed that that meant that they were there for the homicide of the child. And so when I initially got there to, again, further confirm, there was some discrepancy around that. But I did begin to see that the crime scene was not treated as if a body was found or if there was a homicide on the actual scene. And so we were able to retract that and go back to our normal or our regular schedule of trying to conduct these searches. And so it was found behind a local car wash. For anybody who's familiar with Milwaukee, the Sherman Drive and Villard cross intersection, a little bit north of Villard, that laundromat building. There's right in front of it or before it, a little south of the laundromat is an apartment complex. And so literally the back of the apartment complex with everybody's windows and all that is facing that parking lot and that, of that structure. So, we just glad that it didn't end there because it was assumed and being spread that was that they had found not only the car but Major inside, and that turned out to not be true.
Okay. Any broken windows, blood stains, or anything like that they found in the car, or clothes, anything like that?
I know that they took evidence and they also took pictures, but the only thing that I noticed that was kind of strange was that they found bullet casings around the car at that location, which just adds to the weirdness of this story in particular. It just seems like there's a lot more to this than just a simple he kills her, he hides the car, and then he ends up killing himself. It seems like there's a lot in the middle of all of that, and then in a lot of aspects, there's still some discussion or people trying to figure out, it just how this whole thing came about just seems so random. Her family is saying they have no idea how or why she ended up in Milwaukee. She was supposed to be going to Madison and not to Milwaukee. Madison is about an hour and a half away from Milwaukee. So how she bypasses Madison, it comes to Milwaukee, and that ends up happening to her. People are not really sure on, how that came to be. But again, as far as what we do and as far as how we try to find some closure to these situations, we don't really deal with the speculative parts of it. We try to find what, as much as the facts that support or help find a conclusion. And then the rest of that stuff could be worked out later. But with the mom being deceased and with the person of interest or the suspect, as they called him, being deceased, that leaves us with very few answers or insight into what possibly could have happened with Major. And there's some real possibilities here. Again, of course, there's always a possibility that something was done, but there's also still the strong possibility that he was handed off or given to somebody else.
Yeah.
And that he's still out there somewhere.
Okay. With that being said, if you was able to give your intuition, do you think he's in Milwaukee or you think he may be somewhere else?
I think he may still be in Milwaukee, unless somewhere in between his mother leaving from La Crosse and getting to Milwaukee to where she was killed, somewhere in between there, it sounds like it may be a possibility, until we learn otherwise, that maybe she left him with somebody and came here or came to where she was. And again, you never know what the actual facts are until you really get down to it, because there are people who are saying and making comments and saying, well, there was no child at that location. There was never seen a child She didn't have a child with her. He wasn't seen leaving with a child. Like all these different things that could or could not be true until we figure that out. And, of course, with technology these days, people I'm pretty sure they're going to try to find any type of surveillance or video that could prove, did she have that child before she got to that location? Did he leave with that child? Any of those things to try and find facts around the speculation is what the focus is.
Gotcha. And another thing, man, I want you to tell me what you think about this, because as I read the story, they said something about the man had 2 gunshot wounds, So how's that possible?
That is speculation. I can't say that. I don't know anything about that. I have heard that. Mm-hmm. I know people are trying to say, and I'm not ruling it out either, because, honestly, with the location that the car was found in, he had to have had somebody who picked him up or dropped him off or helped him get from point A to point B to drop that car off, or however that happened. There may be an individual in the middle somewhere additional to him. Mm-hmm. And that's a possibility. We can't say that that's not until it's ruled out.
Gotcha.
And I know that people were speculating that possibly somebody else is the real true culprit behind all of this and killed him, and they're calling it a suicide, X, Y, and Z, of course. And again, it's all speculative, it's all gossip, it's all, non-factual until we find any supporting facts to any of that stuff.
Gotcha. And Vaughn, right now, my last 2 questions, because I know it's only so much that and it's only so much we as journalists know, or YouTubers, however you want to call it, because I want to help y'all get this story out too. That's why people send me the stories. So I want to be on your team, bro. Whatever I can do to help you, man. What if I get the words out, you bring me updates, or anything you need donations to, bro, holler at me, man. We brothers, I help you out, bro,
yes,
and I thank you for giving me your time tonight. One of my peoples who follow me, they say they've been watching you pretty much all day. So how much ground did you cover? Because she said y'all been doing a whole lot of searching today. So how much ground would you say y'all covered looking for the child?
I mean, we covered an entire park in that area where the car was found. That is McGovern Park. There have been a number of people, including a number of children, who have been found in that park, in the lagoon specifically. There's a lagoon that's a part of that park that, kids have drowned at or been found at. Mm-hmm. So we made that a priority because, of where the car was found, to say, well, somebody was going to try to get rid of a body. Of course, that is a place that's very close. It's literally across the street. We searched a number of alleys and garbage cans close to that area as well. Mm-hmm. We got to go over to the area where the mother was found deceased, and cover a couple blocks, some alleys, some garbage cans, things of that nature. And then we ended the night at a state wildlife park, where it was dark by the end, but we had about a dozen or so flashlights, and we did the best that we could with man. And each time, I think we had a group of 20 to 40 people. So we did get to cover a good amount today.
Got you. Vaughn, somebody in the chat room said, they say, thank you for covering this. They say you a good dude. Well, I can tell you he was a good dude because somebody put the name. You remember this story? His name was Christopher P. Stokes. That was his name. You was down there for their story. I think he had just got out of jail. He killed his girlfriend. I think one of them was his son or something like that.
Oh, the 5 people in the house?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I think you said you related to somebody that stayed up in there. So he has been on the show before, guys. Again, thank you for your time, brother. Also, I understand that I saw a video. If you don't mind, man, I'd like to take that video and show it to the people. It might not be tonight, but probably tomorrow or something, where you was around the dad. Did you have a chance to talk to him personally tonight, or what?
Very little, man. It's the same as I approach vigils and crime scenes a kind of particular way. I know a lot of activists, they show up to these scenes and they right away try to find a family and talk to them, and I'm so and so and I can do this. And I try to give the family some time to grieve and get to themselves. I'll typically find somebody that's around them who was handling it better, or maybe the priority person or the point person, and I'll be like, listen, this is who I am. This is my info. Let them know whenever they get a chance. These are some options. These are some things we can do. You guys can reach back out to me and contact me.
Absolutely.
If y'all want that help. I kind of go about it a different kind of way. So he was very, emotional and distraught today. He, was overwhelmed. And so I didn't have much direct conversation with him. It was more of trying to talk to people around him to, relay things to him as best we could. But I just talked to him maybe an hour or so ago, hour and a half ago on the phone. Right now they're trying to find, support with lodging and things of that nature.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, we haven't had any real deep conversation, but it really don't. I mean, it's all the same thing. Whether
Right.
it's this, this child is missing or versus somebody who's died, it's typically the same response, the same emotions, that you have to go through to get to the end of, wherever we're going to end up. And so I kind of approach them, have a specific way that I approach these situations.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking with Von L. Mays. They call him the Milwaukee Malcolm X down there. This is his second time being on the show. And for what you're getting right now, this is him. He's genuine like that for real. Last time I had him on the show, I praised him for that when he do his videos. You could tell he's not doing this for click and views. He down there because he care about the community. And that we just heard him say, that's him, because that's what he did on the last show. And that's why I respect this man so much for what you're doing down there, bro. Well, Vaughn, I mean, right now, man, that's all I got, man, because I know you ain't got much. So if any updates come out, man, I'll be sure to hit you up again, man, and bring you back, man. We can help shed some more light on this story, brother. But I appreciate your time, man. Much love to you, man. Salute to you.
No problem, man. I appreciate you for having me, man. Y'all make sure y'all support Major's dad. If you follow any of the lives, his Cash App is on there just to support him with whatever they need while they're here. And if you in the area, make sure we're going to resume our search tomorrow at 11 a.m. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is, man. We steady working. We steady trying to make things happen. No, so I appreciate it.
Ain't no doubt. Oh, before you go, what's the father's name?
His name is, hold on, let me not get it wrong.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Are you good? Take your time. Take your time. Oh, did I lose him? Yeah, it looked like I may have lost him. Or maybe he got a phone call or something. So, let's see. Somebody probably called him or something.
It's his name is Rayshawn.
Rayshawn who?
I believe Harris. I believe that's his last name.
Rayshawn Harris. How do you spell it?
R-A-E. I have to like click out of here to go into my inbox.
Oh, okay, that's why I lost. I tell you what, man, just hit me up in the messenger, man. I send it to the people, let them know what his name is, and we'll just take it from there, brother. All right,
gotcha.
Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Peace, man. Thanks.
Hey, no doubt, brother. No doubt. That's my man, Von L. Mays. Appreciate him coming on the show to give us a little insight on that story. And what I'm going to do is just take him from where he left off at and give y'all the updates on everything. Well, hey, Donna. Hey, babe. How you doing? Good to be able to catch a story. Much respect to what you do. I appreciate you. Been a long time, dear. What's going on with you? All right, guys. Again, that's Von L. Mays, Boots on the Ground. I'm going to probably show y'all a video tomorrow or something where he got his boots on the ground and he got his team out there looking for this child right here, so I'm always appreciative of anybody who got boots on the ground trying to help solve a story, sad cases always. You got two people dead, the mom and the person of interest dead. Now that's crazy. I ain't never did a story that heinous right there, that the not only the mom is dead, but the dude who supposed to be involved is dead too. So now the big question in sight, where is Major Harris? All right. And Vaughn just said something caught my attention. Her folks saying, We don't know why she down there in Milwaukee, so another story. Suddenly got a whole lot of foolery going on, and we just have to see how all this would play out. But in all, I hope he is safe. Hope he is safe, but then we know how a lot of times these stories turn out. They be gone for about a couple of weeks, then all of a sudden they come up with the body, and bam, it's them. So with that being said, they did find the car. As a matter of fact, no, I don't need to play this. No, I don't need to play that. Let me play something else. I'll play something else. Okay, that's him sending me some stuff. Cool. That's him sending me some stuff. And speaking of the father, okay, let's play this right here.
Now the latest on the missing 3-year-old from La Crosse. The search continues for the boy who is the son of a homicide victim.
It has been more than 24 hours since an Amber Alert was first issued for Major Harris, but there has been no sign of him or the man police believe he may be with.
Uba Ali spoke to the boy's father, who drove from West Virginia to be closer to this investigation. Uba, it's hard to imagine what he must be going through tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. To sum it up, he's going through what he calls unimaginable pain since the Amber Alert was first issued late yesterday afternoon. He says he hasn't learned much. Today he met with investigators at Sojourner Family Peace Center on 6th and Walnut. He tells us he walked away from the meet with more unanswered questions.
I'm not understanding it. And for the time period that he's been missing, it's like...
Carlton Harris Jr. says detectives contacted him and told him to meet them at Sojourner Family Peace Center so they could update him on where the investigation stands. But he tells me they don't have any new information on the whereabouts of his 3-year-old son, Major, or a person of interest, Jaheim Clark. He can't help but feel frustrated knowing his son is in danger.
I'm not even from here. I look for him myself.
Here's what we know. Major's mother, Mallery Muenzenberger, was found dead with obvious signs of trauma Thursday morning in Milwaukee near 37th and Clark. Jaheim Clark is a person of interest in that homicide investigation, and police believe he could also have Major. They could be in a black 2008 Chevrolet Equinox with Wisconsin license plate ABE 2804. Carlton last spoke to Mallery a few weeks ago. He says she needed help. He's not sure why she and her son would have been in Milwaukee. More than 24 hours after the Amber Alert for Major was first issued, Carlton is praying someone comes forward who knows or has seen something.
Just contact somebody, man. Just bring them home safe, man. That's all I'm asking. That's all I ask.
Obviously, this is still a very fluid situation, Tom and Katie. Authorities are not releasing any new details to us at this time. However, Carlton says he's very hopeful and he's praying, and he will stay in Milwaukee until his son is found. Live in Milwaukee, Uba Ali, TMJ4 News.
Uba, thank you. Now, Major Harris is about 3 feet tall, 40 pounds, with shoulder-length brown hair, brown eyes, and a small abrasion on his right cheek. Get a good look at that photo. Major was last seen wearing a dark blue t-shirt with a small pocket on the left side, navy blue Nike basketball shorts.
Milwaukee, Major Harris, he is 3 feet, no inches, 40 pounds, small abrasion on the right cheek. He was last seen wearing dark blue t-shirt and navy shorts. And according to Brother Von Mays, he may be still in Milwaukee, just a matter of where. So anybody in Milwaukee who may be looking at this later or who's been following this story, please be on the lookout if you see him. All right.
And we're told he was barefoot.
And again, this
God,
is
another one barefoot. Oh, Jesus.
Person of interest. Police are looking for 20-year-old Jaheim Clark, who's about 5'10", 160 pounds.
But here's the thing, though. When I did the story last night, didn't they say he shot himself? Unless he's a second person of interest or something. But didn't he supposed to have shot himself? I would have to go back and try to find it. But I could have sworn I read something where they're saying the person who probably the interest or whatnot, he shot himself dead, you know. But I will go back and look. I will go back and look. Unless there's two people involved in this and they still looking from him per se, and whoever the person may have been shot and killed themselves may not be that person, you know. So, but I'm going to play this right here, and I'm going to go back and try to look at this and see what they saying went on with that. Because I could have sworn I read last night he killed himself.
Just want to
and there go the man right there.
and
Von Mays. There you go right there.
you know, just do whatever we can.
The statewide search continues for a missing toddler after his mother was found dead, and police say the suspect turned the gun on himself. And that's where we begin tonight. Police investigate new evidence as the search for 3-year-old Major Harris intensifies.
That SUV wanted in this disappearance was found just blocks away from where the suspect reportedly took his life. And again, the child's still missing. Fox 6's Bill Miston joins us live. A lot of new developments today, Bill.
Good evening, Ben and Casey. That Amber Alert activated on Sunday, but since still no word on where 3-year-old Major Harris may be, especially since the suspect being sought in the boy's disappearance and the homicide of his mother took his own life on Sunday. But today, a break. The vehicle being sought found in the parking lot of this laundromat here off of Sherman Boulevard, buoying the optimism of community members searching for Major and galvanizing their resolve. About a dozen or so community members spread throughout McGovern Park Monday afternoon, searching in ditches, ducking down walking trails in the 60-acre park near Sherman and Custer.
We're hoping to find something.
More like who? 3-year-old Major Harris. Even as the sun shone bright in the warm October afternoon, buoying efforts, there was an unmentioned apprehension in the air. But with each step, still no sign of the little boy.
People are very emotional about this. People are very sad. It just helps keep the spirit up to, you know, that they can do something.
As just a couple blocks away, police processed the SUV found behind the laundromat. Vehicle sought in the Amber Alert for Major.
And see, that's why I respect Vaughn for what he just said right there. How many times y'all have heard me say when I do my streams, I think it's a beautiful thing when our people come together for something like this. I mean, a lot of times we come together too late, but the fact of the matter is, you know, we, the people, or my people, however you want to call it, can come together and help for something like this, you know, for a child, you know. And I'm going to say this, you know, so don't take it as being racist or anything. Well, it can't be racist, you know, because he got black in him, but I'm assuming he biracial, you know. But, you know, we're looking for a child of this caliber, you know. So, and this is how it's supposed to be, you know. Everybody come together. If it happens in your town, in your city, I mean, we all should do it. We probably all ain't got the time to do it, you know, because our schedules are life or whatnot, and that's understanding. But, you know, there's more ways to support if you can't be boots on the ground. But to just have this man on my show, I didn't even know he was on this, you know. I just found this and downloaded it to know he was just on my show, and the news did talk to him. You know, that's a good thing that man got going on down there, you know. And this ain't the first time. Anytime something happens, he pretty much on the scene down there. So, again, Vaughn, salute to you, my guy. Salute to you.
And this man, 20-year-old Jaheim Clark, who nearly 24 hours earlier died of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound as police closed in on a relative's home.
Okay, that's what I thought he shot himself. So why they telling me they still looking for him?
Also, several blocks away at 41st and Custer. Back at the laundromat, police officers and cadets from the academy fanned out into the neighborhood, eventually rendezvousing at McGovern Park as well, searching through dumpsters along the lagoon and playing fields.
We need you to bless us today to help us find baby Major.
While community members said a prayer and moved on to 37th and Clark, where the body of Major's mother, 25-year-old Mallery Muenzenberger, was found Thursday morning. Major's father recently arriving in Milwaukee from West Virginia, too distraught to speak on camera about his missing son.
It just shows that even with everything that's going on in our city, we definitely still are trying to move forward and aid and assist one another as best we can.
As the sun began to set, the group headed back north to Ravenwood State Forest, just north of McGovern Park, taking to the trails with flashlights as darkness set in. Now, the connection, or if any, between Muenzenberger and Clark is unclear. Family telling Fox 6 that Muenzenberger was traveling to Madison and don't know why she was in Milwaukee. Milwaukee police say that this is an active multi-jurisdictional investigation and asking anyone with information to call police. Casey?
Bill, thank you.
So they keep throwing it out there that they don't know why she's in Milwaukee. And yes, really, you are absolutely correct. Yeah, that's why I got much respect for that brother, and I'm glad he made time to come on tonight. But I see what they keep bringing up, that you know, people trying to find out why she's down there in Milwaukee. She's supposed to be in Madison. So well, not she's supposed to be there, but they curious as to why she would be in Milwaukee. I want to know, you know, kind of thinking that maybe she was forced, that this dude probably had both of them hostage. I don't know. Maybe he had both of them hostage, and, you know, she was kind of forced to go to Milwaukee. You know, that's something to think about. You know, I mean, anything is possible, but the sad thing about it, nobody can get no high profile information because both of the people who can help with the case is dead. Both of the people who can help with the case are dead. So unless there's some other people who know about it that they can go to talk to, maybe they can help the case. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, just like Vaughn, I'm gonna do my best to stay on top of this story as well, because like he said, and the person who sent me this story, he's another child whose story not getting the attention that it deserves. But you best believe, if Chris Thorne get it, he's going to get the attention that it deserves. All right? We're going to do that. I'm going to do that. Y'all going to do that. We're going to get the attention that it deserves. And regardless of the outcome, at least, I mean, I hope we can find him alive. But regardless of the outcome, you know, at least we're getting the word out there that there is an Amber Alert for a child down there in Milwaukee. I wish I could be down there, but I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. So, you know, I don't know how far Milwaukee is from me, but I think I'm doing a hell of a job doing my analyst and my journalist right here, bringing it to y'all, to people who didn't know nothing about this child being missing. So keep in mind, right now he's missing. We don't know if he's dead. We don't know if he's alive. Only thing we can do right now is just pray for a safe return. That's all we can do right now. All right. Now I want to get to the dad. Hey, Lady Key, what's going on? I want to get to the dad. This is why I like to talk to fathers, or try to talk to fathers when stuff like this happens, because you can see the hurt in a father's face. You can see the hurt in his voice. You know, one of them situations that it sound like that, man, I want to cry, but I can't cry right now. You know, and we all have been there before, amen? We'd have been in situations that we want to cry, but we just can't cry because it just that heartbreaking and that disturbing. And that's what I get from the dad. He ain't out there faking in front like Linnea did. He ain't out there crying, hollering, hooting and hollering, telling somebody else that they're grown. He ain't doing none of that. He came out and said, man, I don't even stay here. But if it takes for me to be here to find my son, that's what I'm going to do. So, for that dad, much respect to him as well. Oh. Well, let's see some of this video that Vaughn got. Hold on. I think this them out there at nighttime. So, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Matter of fact, if anybody can bring us, could go buy some flashlights and bring them out to us. We can use as many flashlights as we can. LED, like, you know, bright lights. It's 6:39, so a lot of these stores might not be open long.
Walmart,
but right now,
Walmart.
Menards,
Lowe's, Home Depot.
yeah,
Walmart.
any of them type of stores. Who the fuck is it? Just some white people? They just was up with us. They ran into the motherfucker. Okay. All right.
Huh? What? No, they just said we can't. We hear y'all. Oh. They walking. Oh shit! I'm like one fucking side.
We are at what is it called?
Havenwood State Park.
Havenwood, out by Florist and Sherman. I hear them sirens. They said they searching in Dodge County too.
They should be getting that video from the damn the laundromat.
What'd you say?
Like somebody look like somebody rode through here.
Yeah, but that's how they drive through here. Yeah, but that could also be something too. Still, so.
That's all right. That's all right.
Tori is also out here with us. I don't know where he went. He might be back that way with that group.
That's all right. The people come together. That's all right. That's all right.
They check the railroad track area, and whatever we don't get to cover tonight, we will try to get back out here tomorrow. His dad is out here too. We just, yeah, he kind of went in by himself, so we gotta meet back up with him. But again, we are off of.
Yeah, I heard that the dad went in there by himself. He ain't playing. He ain't playing about his boy. That's what's up, man. That's how you fight for your child. If you got to go through the gates of hell by yourself to find your child, you're going to do it.
The entrance off of Sherman and Flores. If you in the area, you can grab some flashlights and bring them out to us. Please do. Because we got a lot of people out here who willing to help look. Man, let me tell you something.
Inside your car? Lights on.
Did you? Is the car locked?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
But the lights are on.
No, I was asking her because shit, they was gonna tell you to turn them over out.
Duh, I would have turned them off if you
I don't think I didn't. I don't remember locking the door.
It's
Maybe
locked.
one of the doors ain't closed all the way.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go stop and get Jay's home.
All right.
See y'all school in the morning. It's dark as hell out there.
Yeah. Somebody else just yelled that way. Oh, okay, I see it. All right. I'm assuming false alarm. Yeah, it is massive. Is it more like out there, or is it back this way?
I think it's more back there.
Okay.
Trails that go all the way.
See, I've never been like anywhere that way. I've just been this way before.
You gotta go this way.
And
I think there's another.
Oh, it's back there too?
It shows up on Google Maps.
okay. Man, you ain't left yet? God. And I forgot about my headlamp.
Yo, what?
I have a headlamp. It's at home.
I said, do you got lights?
Man, I got plenty of lights. I just left them all at home.
Now, you know about
King of all kings, I think they did.
right after
I think, well, I don't know if you caught the beginning of the show, but he did say they did that. And I just seen a video where they searched all that.
Yeah, I think we should. They're back in here somewhere.
something, a sign or something,
I don't see the other group. MPD did do a search earlier today. Oh, is that like a little pond?
Yeah, it's not even.
A crocodile? What's what? What? What are you looking at? That thing that's like poking up?
Yeah.
Popping the motherfucking holes in it. It looked like a bird, Yep. No. Tori is out here. He's with one of these groups. He met up with us over here. I think he tried to find the dad right away. So he might be on the opposite side. Without a blade. Yeah, just for future reference, from now on, we will not take, no large groups when we, but at the same time, we were not planning on going up to the goddamn house and talking with nobody. That they just happened. I don't know why they approached us like that, but it just turned everything a different way. So that's just something I got to take into account doing this. Could have ended differently or worse, but I'm just glad. Yeah, we may.
Y'all gonna start earlier?
Yeah, a lot more than likely. I don't see none of the other groups.
She said, what time was y'all thinking tomorrow?
Probably.
He said he leaves to the railroads, the train track. Army big. They got the big flags like that.
Let's try to meet up with the other group. This is Havenwood. Yeah.
Oh, they over there.
Yo. Yeah.
They said that. Oh, you lied.
I'm always live.
They said that the detectives was their dad and asked him for his DNA. What?
They say that they asking for what now?
What the hell? Hold the fuck on.
They asking for the dad DNA.
Pause your line.
Okay.
Oh my, pause your.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I wonder what's that all about. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I heard at the end the little girl came, said the detective came up to the dad and they asked for his DNA. So I would like to know what's that all about. Yeah, I would like to know what's that all about. Do they think he has something to do with it, or did they find a body? They trying to match the DNA, or what's going on? I'm glad I played that. Okay. Cause I was just for to turn it off and say, well, ain't nothing really happened, but I'm glad I played that all the way through, cause we would have never heard that. Oh boy. Oh. Guys, the best thing I can tell y'all right now is stay tuned for this. And King of Kings, I'm new to this story too, so I don't have all the answers as of yet. Neither do Vaughn have all the answers, but you have to catch the replay of this show because the guy who you seen doing that video, I just interviewed him a few minutes ago. Wow, man. I hope they're not blaming him for it, but then I guess they got to do what they got to do. They got to X out every personal interest, I guess, but they need to stop saying they're looking for Clark, because Clark posted had shot himself. So why they still talking about looking for him? So I'm wondering about that as well. But ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we bring a light to this story. Another Amber Alert for young Major Harris, 3 years old. The boy's still missing, but they saying the car has been recovered. Jaheim Clark was the person of interest, but according to what we're hearing, Jaheim shot himself, and it's supposed to be 2 inflicted wounds. I think they say 2 inflicted, which I don't know how possible that is, but in this world crazy, so anything possible. And that's the mother who was killed, Mallery. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but that's the mother that was killed. And people are saying, even the dad said, we trying to understand why was she in Milwaukee. So that's one of the big clues right there. Why was she in Milwaukee? And on top of that, let me stress it again, that the 2 major peoples who played a part in this story are dead. The mom and Jaheim, they dead. So, So this is going to be one of the stories that probably have a crazy twist to it. A real crazy twist to it. But however, though, however the odds gonna be happening, you would not anybody get information or whatnot, you know, please send it to me. Any updates, anything like this, send it to me. And this is another child we're gonna keep story in the limelight because it deserves attention just like everybody else's story. Amen. It deserves attention just like Summer Wells. Y'all doing her. His story deserves attention. His story deserves attention like y'all doing Gabby. His story deserves attention as well. You know, all these children stories deserves attention. You know, we got to stop having selective outrage and have outrage for one because how they came up missing, but we act like we don't give a damn about the other one, how they come up missing, man. We got to start doing that. If we're going to do this and we say we for the kids, then we probably can't give every child a voice, but try to get as many a voice that we possibly can instead of just giving one a voice because there's a million children in the world. There's a million adults in the world, all right? Men and women, you know, but the children, they supposed to be our offseed and we supposed to be the one protecting them. So let's get them the light that they was meant to be here for and let that light shine, all right? Your man Chris Thorns, as always, stay tuned for updates and more stories like these. Y'all take care and y'all be safe out there. Peace.